right, hello, and welcome to the Shark Stream. The energy drink I have today doesn't taste particularly good, which is always kind of unfortunate. Hello, my name is Gage. You may know me as Gage. And I'm here today to play some more Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward New Game Plus. I am thrilled to announce that they didn't add any more limited time events between the last time that we played and now, so we're free to just play Heavensward all stream. I don't have to dick around with any sort of, like, holiday shit yet. But I'm very excited. We're heading into the last area of Heavensward, so depending on... I forget how long the end game for Heavensward is, like base Heavensward. So I don't know how long that's going to take. But I suppose, technically speaking, there's the very real possibility that we could be finishing base Heavensward tonight, which will be interesting. I gotta say, so I announced, I think on last week's stream, Final Fantasy XIV, that I am now playing on a newly purchased PS5, which I need to start getting games for. Not games by Sony, because as we all know, Sony's not making games. No, that's okay. That's reductive. They are making games, but because of their obsession with graphical fidelity and cinematic realism, they're not going to have anything reasonably new in 2024. We're not going to get any first-party Sony games until 2025 at the earliest, apparently. Which is kind of nuts to think about, honestly. I've seen people point out that, like, Sony could be, like, making, like, more mid-budget, like, not necessarily, like, cinematic AAA experiences if they hadn't fucking closed down Japan Studio. But, I mean, you know, it's the way, the landscape of gaming right now, with how obsessive a lot of these, like, AAA developers are with, like, just, like, there was a fucking news story recently about how, like, Naughty Dog scrapped a sequel to Jak and Daxter because they didn't like how it looked with their, like, new trademark realism. And it's just like, you don't have to make it with that style. What are you talking about? What else has been going on recently in gaming news? I don't know if you've heard about the situation with Toys for Bob. There was talk recently that they had been closed down, but it turns out that they weren't closed. They downsized from 84 to 50 developers and closed their offices because everybody's going to be working remotely, which is apparently something that was always going to happen. That's still kind of a major hit to take, which I can only blame on there being a Crash Bandicoot MOBA, which, who asked for that? I didn't ask for that. Like, why would you, like, companies need to stop making MOBAs and live service games. Anybody who wants to play a MOBA already has, like, we've already got, like, 3 major MOBAs I can think of, plus the Pokemon one. Which I don't actually know how well that's going, but it's just like, please, just stop. Stop making MOBAs. Stop making live service games. Make, like, a game, you know? Like, I get, on some level, I understand that just, like, the only way that any sort of, like, new thing is going to take off is if you make it, but it's just, like, at the same time, it's just, like, do you need to, though? Surely there is, like, a better concept that doesn't already have something cornering the market that you could, like, invest in. But like, what the fuck do I know, right? I'm just a guy who doesn't play those games anyway. You show me PvP in Final Fantasy XIV, and I'm just like, eh. I did that once to get a pair of pants recently. That's it. Okay, I did it a few times because those pants cost quite a bit. But it was just once. Okay, it was a few times. What else? So, I spoke recently about how there were a bunch of, I guess, Xbox-aligned content creators who were, like, quote-unquote, abandoning Microsoft. Apparently because there was some, like, panicked investor who was saying that, like, oh, Microsoft's on the outs, Microsoft's gaming division is doomed. And apparently the reason for this is because they're releasing 4 games on other consoles. And they're not even, like, new games. Like, it's fucking Sea of Thieves? What were the other ones? Hold on. It was Sea of Thieves, Penitent, Grounded, and oh my god, I can't remember the rhythm game character action. Hi-Fi Rush, that's it. 4 games. 4 games total. Like, fucking, like, Phil Spencer and all of them had to, like, have a goddamn, like, installment of the Xbox, like, podcast where they had to be like, hey, here's what's going on. Because people were fucking, like, rumors were flying around and people were panicking. It's just like, no, we're not abandoning gaming. There is evidently new Xbox hardware being developed, which seems buck wild to me because it's just like, you know, it's one of those things where it's just like, I think we can stop, actually. Like, I think we can stop making new hardware for a little bit, if I'm being honest. Like, what's the point at this rate, you know? Like, I don't get it. But you just know that shit's not gonna have a fucking disk drive. Yeah, I don't know about this energy drink. It's like peach flavored. I thought I'd like it because I like those G Fuel peach rings ones that are Sonic themed. But like, I'm not sure about this. Anyway, it was a bunch of people getting their panties in a twist over nothing. Shock and fucking awe, I guess. I normally save these streams to talk about Final Fantasy XIV stuff, but I genuinely don't have any Final Fantasy XIV updates to really talk about. I haven't been playing the game a whole lot, mostly because I've been playing a lot of Ace Attorney. I finished the Phoenix Wright trilogy, and I've started on the Apollo Justice trilogy, and I'm very excited to get into it because I fucking loved Apollo Justice when I was younger. Like, I loved that game. And I've never played any of the other Phoenix Wright games after it, so I'm excited to give them a try for the first time. Still doing everything I can to not play it with a guide, and it has resulted in some very, very fun moments where it's just like something clicks for me. I'm just like, oh, I got your ass now, idiot. Which is always a good feeling. I did watch the Ace Attorney movie recently. Which I thought was fine. I gotta, like, watch one of Takashi Miike's, like, original works one of these days, because I think thus far I've only seen his adaptations of stuff. And it's just been JoJo and Ace Attorney. I gotta say, I do like how the PS5's, the charge cord for the controller isn't a fucking embarrassingly short wire now. That's pretty nice. I like that. But yeah, that's most of the, like, major news that I can think of that's been going on recently. Can't say I'm thinking of anything else major that's happened, at least not with me. You know, it's still day in, day out and all that. Hanging in there. Loving my cats. I do love my cats. My cats are very good. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So here we are, back at, get these fucking news articles out of here. Why are those on my screen? Get them out of here. Okay. So here we are. So I think we're about to go into a pretty major cutscene, if I recall the trip to AZYS Law properly. So, let's get ready for that. The first flight of the Excelsior. The game will soon be afoot, and Alphino is keen to assemble the players. Work on the Enterprise is nearly complete. Let Y'shtola know to make ready. She's like right over there. You can't walk over there. Okay. Hi, Estinian. Hey. Alphino says make ready.
Until but recently, the Ashgardians have kept their doors firmly shut to outsiders.
Yeah, wild how things have changed, huh? Now you're here. And I'm here.
But thanks to you, we have found in them stout allies with whom we may fight to secure the future of the realm. Truly, you are the beacon of hope towards which all men are drawn.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool.
Spare us the hyperbole. 'Tis not for praise that we fight.
I might fight for a little bit of praise.
Oh? In light of all we have achieved, I felt it only meet to express my gratitude.
That's how I like my allies stout. Hello, New Joe.
All that we have achieved. Spoken like a true outsider. Until the war is over, we have achieved nothing.
Alright, calm down, buddy.
The coming battle is a chance to excise the root of this conflict. And by my hand, it shall be done. Then, you may speak of achievement.
'Twas not mine intent to make light of your struggle. If I have given offense, then I apologize. But if I may speak freely, you would do well to be wary of the eye. Even now, it burns with insatiable hatred, watching unblinking for a sign of weakness. Should you falter for so much as a moment, it will surely consume you.
Foreshadowing is a literary device.
Save your concern. I will consume the eye ere I let it consume me.
You're gonna eat it? I think he's gonna eat it. He said he was gonna eat it, right? You think he'd share? Oh, hey, Riange. Still wearing the old clothes, I see.
12 be praised. Thou hast not yet set forth.
Yeah, what's up?
Cross sand and snow have I journeyed, that I might deliver this gift unto thee.
Oh, fucking sick.
White Auracite. But whence did it come?
To mine amazement, it lay hid amongst Moonbreeder's last effects. 'Twas but blind chance or providence that I did hap to spy it. Let no man claim that my late friend erred for lack of foresight. In the place whither thou goest, servants of darkness do lie in wait. Pray, give unto me thy pledge that thou wilt strike them down and avenge our fallen comrade.
I'm gonna fuck him up, don't worry. They don't stand a chance. Sounds like close to Fran and 12 VA at least. I haven't played 12. I have played shockingly few Final Fantasy games. And the ones that I have played are like me played personally, I should say. I've seen someone play all the way through Final Fantasy X. as well as a good chunk of Final Fantasy VIII. The only Final Fantasy I've played myself other than this is 13. Let us go, Eigelt. AZYS awaits. And nothing bad will happen on the trip there. I love 8 and I enjoy 13. I like 8 too, honestly.
Excellent timing. We've just finished our work on the Enterprise.
Dope.
She's so much improved, I've decided to give her a new name to suit.
Yeah?
The Enterprise Excelsior. Or simply the Excelsior, if pressed for time.
Oh, one nerd reference into another. I love it.
Once again, she'll carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. All aboard!
Alright, calm down, Wedge.
I can do no more than see you off with prayers for your safety and success. Yet know that wheresoever you may go, my son's spirit goes with you. May the Fury grant you strength.
Thanks, Edmund. Jeez, everybody's showing up.
Return to us. All of you.
I promise.
Enterprise Excelsior. Engage.
That's a lot of E's you're throwing out there, my guy. Common Sid E. What does that mean? Oh, hey, Hilda. I didn't even see Hilda in that crowd shot. Bye, Hilda. Excuse me. Da, 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 da.
This is it! Get ready!
Eye of mine enemy, render unto me thy power!
Maybe hold that with both hands, Estinian. It's probably fine.
No, you will not claim me. I am the master.
Quick, Estinian, eat it before it eats you. Nice.
We're through!
I don't like that. Oh, that is just my least favorite musical motif.
Chief, we've got an Imperial battleship on our tail. And it's bleeding massive.
I always forget what Biggs sounds like. Ah, shit.
Damn it! The bastards were waiting for us to open the door for them. I'm gonna try to shake them. Hang on to something.
We're all going to die! Tataru!
I wonder if there's ever gonna be any sort of like reconciliation to like Wedge having a crush on Tataru. I love how he said hang on to something and we all proceeded to not hang on to anything.
The time is come to use Hydaelyn's gift. Much blood has been spilled in my name. And for what? For a false cause that I created for want of the warmth of companionship.
I got them gravity boots, you're good. Oh, that's good.
Saint Shiva, pray Svelga. Pray forgive this fool. But even now, I cannot let go of my dream. My dream of a tomorrow in which no child need freeze alone in the snow.
I'm about to get real sad here, I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you, Svelga.
Is that Azel? What does she mean to do?
O goddess, born of mine own hopes and dreams, for the last time, I beseech you, fill this vessel with your light, still the hatred within our hearts, and bless us with eternal grace!
There's one thing I know about Garleans is that they love seeing somebody summon a primal. This reprise of Oblivion is really good, though. See, this sort of shit is why I really don't like Van Hydrus.
Farewell, warrior of light. And thank you for showing me the way.
No!
This ether. It was a crystal of light.
Yeah, so it turns out that she was a warrior of light the whole
She
time.
too was one of Hydaelyn's chosen.
Whoops.
Fare you well, my lady.
See, now that's gonna make me real mad when later they try to, like, redeem Regulus Van Hydrus. Because it's just like, yeah, no. I'm not about to accept that. But you'll see when we get there. Anyway, here we are in AZYS. Oh, Hazel, you're still here. Alright. So how's everybody feeling after that? I feel like shit. Ysayle, I cannot believe she is gone. The Echo is a gift and a burden both, as you know only too well. Though we walked opposing paths, Iceheart was a worthy woman. Her deeds will not soon be forgotten. I wasn't afraid, not in the least. Pardon? What smell? Oh god, someone spilled something down my trousers. Ugh. Wedge, keep that to yourself. Taking on an Imperial battleship by yourself, primal or no, that took some courage. Da bagpipes. Da bagpipes, though. Anyway. Woo. I don't know about you, but I'm glad to be back on solid ground. Even if said ground is floating in the sky. When that Imperial battleship appeared, I honestly thought we were finished. And we would have been, had your friend not arrived when she did. 12 grant her mercy. Brief though our time together was, Ysayle was a true friend. A gentle soul who fought for her beliefs. She would have made a fine scion. What is a scion but one who fights for our cause? Our hopes survive thanks to her sacrifice. Let that be enough. Yet I cannot help but wonder, how came she to know of our presence here? From Racevelga, I would wager. He will have felt my channeling of the Eye's power. It would seem they were able to make peace with one another in the end. She gave her life because she believed in us. We owe it to her to see our mission through. See that dome-like structure further in? Let's make our way there. So as a bit of behind-the-scenes stuff, in these areas, ever since Heavensward, because Heavensward added flight as a traversal option. You can hop on a mount and fly from one place to another. But in every area from Heavensward onward, in order to unlock flying, you have to find a bunch of ether currents in the world. Now, most locations will have, I want to say about 15 that you can just kind of find around, and then like 5 that you unlock through doing quests. Sometimes side quests, sometimes like the final major story quest in an area. AZYS, I believe, if I recall correctly, let me, I can actually just pull this up. Okay, it's 5 that you find in the world, and then 4 that you get through quests. Oh no, 5 you get through quests, 4... Hold on. Is that right? Oh. They reduced the amount that you need to find, just kind of like out and about in some of these patches. Before, they all looked like this. But with AZYS Law, there's only 5 Aether Currents that you get, and you get all of them through quests. It's as a story progression thing. The terminal is unresponsive. Well, beans. I sense an ominous presence. Heavy though our hearts may be, we must forge on, in the name of those we have lost. Sid is right. We owe it to Isael to see the mission through. It's still active. All of it. Crikey, this place is like something out of my dreams. The dreams you don't have because you don't sleep anymore? They said. The Isle's sentinels don't seem to frequent this area. We should be safe here. Let's talk strategy, shall we? Sid looks like a man with a plan. First of all, in the interest of efficiency, I suggest we make this place our base camp. We can coordinate the search for the Archbishop from here. I have no objections. Now that we stand upon AZYS Law, I am struck by the vastness of the Isle. We must needs be methodical if we are to find our quarry. Good. Now, unless I'm mistaken, this used to be an airship landing, and a major one at that. From what I know of Allagan design, there should be a terminal nearby that's linked to the Isle's operational heart. If we can find such a terminal, we should be able to learn something of the Archbishop's whereabouts. Let's split up and look for it. Uh-huh. I saw one nearby, and everybody's walking off without it. Alright. Yeah, this one. Is this one on? Nope. This terminal has long since ceased to function. Search for another. Alright. This place is an engineer's playground. If I had the time, I'd be going over it with a bleeding magnifying glass. The Empire borrowed most of its technology from Allagan relics. If we can find the terminal, I reckon we can operate it. Turn this on now. To think that such a massive structure has been floating above our heads for all these millennia, it beggars belief. I dare say this landing could accommodate even a Ragnarok-class vessel. Remarkable. A Ragnarok-class vessel, you say? Raggy, you hear that? They're talking about... Where are you, Raggy? I don't know where Raggy is. Ishtola! Alas, I have found naught of use. Don't you worry, girl. You're doing great. You're killing it. Where's Wedge? Hazel, did you see where Wedge went? Yeah, that's fair. Probably off changing his clothes. Stanian. This ominous presence. To whom does it belong? Oh, I almost forgot that I gotta take Midgard Stormer back out. Machines are beyond my ken. I shall leave it to the others to find this terminal. More concerned to me are the dragons that I sense nearby. Dagrons, you say? Oh, do I have a new one? Oh, right! I got the Bombfish and a Wind-Up Fafnir. I had to clear out a bunch of stuff in my inventory, so I ended up exchanging for seals and then getting a couple materiel crates. Where the fuck is Midgard Stormer? Midgard Stormer, where are you? genuinely where the fuck? There you are. Sid, I have not found shit nor fuck. Nothing? Damn it. It's just this terminal then, but it doesn't respond to anything I do. Any bright ideas, Wedge? Wedge? He was just here a moment ago. Oh, don't tell me he's wandered off. I'm sorry, Igeld, but could you help me search for him? Absent-minded as he is, I worry he's strayed beyond the landing area and made friends with the local sentinels. Ah, so Wedge not being here was a plot point. I understand. I'm going to try and not use flying as much as possible in this area to give the genuine experience. Wedge. Wedge. Oh, destination. Is he spilling things in his trousers again? Better not be. Oh. Ah, ball. Ow! Wedge, are you alright? I'm fine, Chief. I just tripped, that's all. Fool of a Lalafell. What were you thinking coming down here on your own? Death by overwork is one thing, death by stupidity quite another. I would prefer if maybe he didn't die at all. I'm sorry, Chief, but I think I found something. What's this? The wreck of a sentinel? This is no wreck, Chief. She's still operational. Oh, dope. Ball. See? Blip. Initiating. Performing diagnostics. Blip. Diagnostics complete. To proceed, please agree to the terms and conditions of use. I suppose? Thank you. To register as a user, please state your name. I'm Wedge, and that there is Igeld. Blip. User registration complete. Welcome to AZYS, Master Wedge, and Mistress Igeld. I am Guidance Node GLI. Oh! New. Da 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 da. Funny, goofy time music. That fool of a Lalafell always making us worry, and he's already gone and named the node. Named the node. Can you believe it? I'm sorry. I promise to be more careful from now on. Blip. Greetings, Mistress Igeld. Is there something you wish to know? Several things, in fact. This isn't quite what I had in mind, but it might just serve. Cunt, that is. Wedge, bring the node this way, would you? There's something I'd like to try. Bunny bunny banani banani. Node, I need a status report on the facility. Gilly, you have to do what the chief says. Damn, alright. Yes, that's it. Good girl. Ah, here we are. Not much of note. It appears someone recently reactivated Helix, which is this area. That might have been us. Hey guys. We found a ball. Reactivated, you say? By the Archbishop, I'd wager. Oh, that's right. He got here first, huh? I dare say he woke the place up when he used the Vanu's key. Are there any other people in the facility? If so, where? Let's see here. On the flagship, that's the central aisle, I'm seeing positive readings within the etherochemical research facility in the fractal continuum, whatever that means. And what have we here? Intruders detected in the Gamma Quadrant. Defense system engaged. Our Imperial friends, I suspect. I hope they enjoy the defense system. But what of the Archbishop and his cronies? What might offer an indication? Ah, how about this? Which area is currently consuming the most energy? Somewhere called Triad Control inside the research facility. Foreshadowing is a literary device, and what manner of place is that? Excuse me. It is, and I quote, a regulation facility for the Warring Triad test subjects. And that's all it says. The rest of the information is only accessible to users with users with consular privileges. I mislike the sound of this, which leads me to believe that it is indeed the place. I am inclined to agree with Y'shtola. Whatever it is that the Archbishop seeks, it is like to be there. That settles it then. Let's find a way to cross over to the flagship. Node, activate GPS. Turn left. Go straight for 30 malms. What in the Fury's name is that thing? Ball. The Warring Triad. Somehow doubt they are amenable to negotiation. You would be right. The Warring Triad puts me in mind of a tale from my childhood, told of 3 gods locked in perpetual conflict. Yeah. Kelly's a good girl. Isn't she a good girl? A few years back, Wedge decided he wanted a dog. When we said no, he sulked for a bleeding month. Well, this node turned out to be rather more useful than I expected. You do not know how to operate the terminal. Fuck. Not good with computers. The Eon's old guidance node is patiently awaiting instructions. Blip. Greetings, Mistress Igeld. Is there something you wish to know? Node time. Time for node. Hello, Cal. Tell me how to reach the flagship. Blip. Requesting access to the etherochemical research facility. Access granted. Generating route. Blip. Route generated. Commencing guidance to chosen destination. Please be aware that the designated route may take you through restricted sectors, and that the Isle's defense systems may attempt to terminate you. Be kindly reminded that, in accordance with the terms and conditions of use, you and your party assume all risk of damage or injury, including death, that may occur en route to your destination. Man, it's this easy to get to the BBEG's lair. This hacking shit is easy. We did it. Promise me you'll take good care of Gilly. Don't let any harm come to her. First Maggie and now Gilly. Maybe we should have let him have that dog. Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe you should just gotten them the dog. What the fuck was that? Ugh. Should you need to return to the Ishgard for supplies, you can use that standard signal for an Ironworks airship, just as before. When your business below is done, let our man at the airship landing know, and he'll ferry you back here. Ferry you back here to resume the mission. Can the guidance node be trusted? I know not, but we have few other options. Let's see where it leads us. Igeld, Y'shtola, Estinian, We four shall proceed to the research facility. Sid, the Excelsior is our sole means of escape. Pray remain here and have her ready to depart at a moment's notice. Understood. We'll see that she is repaired and ready to fly. If anything happens, just let me know via link pearl. Be on your guard, my friends. The enemy could be anywhere. Blech. Alright, let's go, girl. I think maybe through that cave. Okay. Thankfully, we're so high level that nobody around here is really going to bother us. Ooh. Groovin'. Hold up. Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. That is not an owl bear. I think it's neither owl nor bear. It's not quite an owl, it's not quite a bear, so we decided to call it an owl bear. You know, for fun. Ah, I see. Okay. Spike Hawkman was taken, I guess. Perhaps. I've seen Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. I know what a fucking owlbear looks like. It was a good movie. I should watch that again. I often think about the 2000s Dungeons & Dragons movie versus Honor Among Thieves and what it says about public perception of D&D at the time each one was released. We have scarce begun and already it leads us to a dead end. They have the note as further instructions for us. If I am not mistaken, this is some manner of teleportation device. That movie ruled. Calm your manly tits, Estinian. You said it. Blip, you are currently within the Alpha Quadrant. Quadrant? Okay, quadrant. First, you must use the nearby matter conduit to travel to the Beta Quadrant. Please wait a moment while I activate it. But it's just like the 2000s D&D movie like took itself very seriously. And also just I often whenever I watch that movie, the ending always cracks me up. Because, okay, let me set the stage for you here. I'm going to go ahead and delay playing the game so that I can talk to you about the year 2000 Dungeons & Dragons movie. Let me set the stage for you here real quick. So, within the context of the world of Dungeons & Dragons, the 2000, you have the magic users, which are sort of like the upper class of this world, and the non-magic users, which are lower class. Are we spoiling a movie that released last year? No, we're talking about the Uwe Boll one. No, it wasn't directed by Uwe Boll. You're thinking of Dungeon Siege. And there is an empress, and she's just like, I want everyone to be equal. And it's just like, okay, noble endeavor. I can appreciate it. the movie ends when the heroes have saved the day and the Empress's reign is rescued. The movie, the last thing you hear from the Empress, over a shot of like our remaining party members going to their fallen friend's grave, is she's just like, "I declare you all equal," and it's just like that? Is that how that works? I didn't realize it was so easy. What the fuck have we all been doing this whole time? Conduit activated. You may now travel to the Beta Quadrant at your leisure. Wow, this equality shit is easy. Just like we're not gonna talk about like the diagnostics of that. Are we gonna discuss reparations, like division of resources? Like what's the next step? Like, is it just you're all equal and then you just kind of walk off stage and just kind of expect everybody else to figure shit out? I'm begging you, please. I feel like Jeremy Irons hated being in that movie. There's a behind the scenes shot of like one of the scenes finishing up that if I recall correctly is on the DVD because they were pointing out that like Gary Gygax has a cameo in the background, and the filming for the scene ends, like they yell cut. Jeremy Irons immediately drops all emotion in his face and walks off screen just right away, like he does not want to be there. I think everyone hated being in that movie. Maybe. I don't know. I like movies that I can watch them multiple times and notice new things each time, whether it's a bad movie or a good movie. I rewatched the animated Dragonlance movie from 2008 recently. And one of the fun things in that movie to keep an eye out for is egregious animation errors. Where it's just like people sitting down at a table and the table hasn't been drawn. The table layer is turned off. So you just see like chunks of their like animation cell like just like disappear because they're supposed to be sitting in a chair. Or you've got like a medallion that was made in like Microsoft Word art with a big fuck off lens flare on it that is supposed to be it's supposed to be held in a character's hand, but they fucked up the layering again, so now it's underneath like where her thumb cuts off because that part of the thumb was supposed to be behind the medallion. Or you've got a shot of the bad guy readying his weapon and his pants are on the wrong layer. So he's got his weapon readied, but his weapon is behind his pants while the rest of it is in front of his body. And it's just like, wow, you y'all really tried with this one, huh? That's not even getting into Kiefer Sutherland, like, sleepwalking through this movie and just not selling any of the spells he's supposed to be reading off. Like, he's just like, Sharak! Sharak! Or just, like, spouting off, like, nonsense and then, like, doing a gay little wrist creak to throw a fucking fireball. It's a bad movie. I highly recommend it. For whatever reason, they decided that every single dragon in that movie, whether it was like a draconian warrior, because this story was written before Dragonborn were introduced into D&D, or like an actual dragon itself, they decided they should all be CG. All of them. It looks awful. certain it is wise to trust this orb with our lives. Yeah, man, ball is life. That node is not what it seems. From amidst the metal, I sense the gaze of a living being. Have care around it. Yo, ball is life. The matter conduit appears to operate in the same principle as the aetherites. How remarkable that it should still function after all this time. Yeah, thankfully the Alagons didn't get as far as, like, planned obsolescence. Their civilization crumbled before they got to that point. There's exactly one Dragonborn on screen in Honor Among Thieves, and it made me extremely happy to see him. There are actually multiple Dragonborn. There's the what's his face? There's the guy on the Absolution Council. There's a dude in the background of I think the palace scene where they go to see Forge. There's the Jankly guy, and then there's one in the third party for the High Sun games. Not the main party, and not the one that's made up of the characters from the Dungeons & Dragons cartoon, but the third one full of people who just are there to die. But yeah, the fact that they're all, like, practical effects is fantastic. Oh, are there more in the background? Man, you have better eyes than I do, because I was only looking at Cartoon Party, Lamau. Yeah, I've seen that movie several times, so I've gotten to the point where I'm, like, looking at, like, little details in that film. I fucking love that movie. The world feels so lived in. It's hilarious. I was talking about earlier where it's just like the 2000s Dungeons & Dragons movie takes itself so seriously. Like, it's got, like, comedy, quote unquote, in it, but, like, otherwise it's just, like, very straightforward, kind of serious, because, like, D&D wasn't really, like, D&D was still the realm of nerds in 2000s. The actors all played D&D together first, and it shows that they love the game. Yeah, they played D&D as their characters, I believe, instead of doing a table read for them, which I think is fantastic. That was a great idea. Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves came out during the current era of, like, live D&D podcasts, which a lot of them very deftly thread together comedy and drama, and I think the more in-depth understanding of what Dungeons & Dragons is like and can be like 100% helped with that. On the topic of actually feeling like an actual D&D party, if you can find them, I do recommend the 2 sequels that the 2000s Dungeons & Dragons movie had, because they also have, like, casts of characters that feel like actual D&D parties. And while they're not... Oh, Hazel went away. While they're not great... That's a big ask to find. It's not. I found them. I found totally legal copies of them. They're not great, but, like, there's an element to them that's just like, you watch it and you can see what they're going for, and you can see that they're really trying to punch above their weight class with those movies, where it's just like they have something that they're going for. You can see that maybe if they had, like, higher budget, that there could be something there, but it's just like, it's still kind of like a made-for-TV movie, or like a straight-to-video movie, so, like, they can only really do so much. It's interesting. I forget what they're called, but, like, they're very good. The third one, especially, has a very interesting angle where the main character has to join a party made effectively of villains. And that's kind of like the twist with that one. That one's it's actually really interesting, what they do with that. According to my records, this conduit was last serviced approximately 5,014 years, 6 months, 11 days, 7 hours, and 13 minutes ago. That it should function without mishap may be described as a miracle. Let's get Hazel back. I like having Hazel out here. Hey, girl. Please don't clip into the guidance node. Blip. Resuming guidance to the Etherochemical Research Facility. Please follow me. This sector, the Beta Quadrant, is home to laboratories which produce chimerical life forms for both military and household applications. Why do you need a chimera in your house for? Our facility has been awarded 3-star certification for compliance with AZYS 3001. The good behavior of the creatures born here is guaranteed. Hey, question, what scale is that 3-star certification on? Please be warned, however, that millennia of neglect may have had an adverse effect on their disposition. For your own safety, please refrain from approaching the creatures. What do you mean you don't have a chimera in your house? I've got like 3. Uh-huh. Hazel, where are we going, girl? This way. That's a cool snake lady. I'm not saying that I don't like the snake ladies that we get later. I do kind of wish they looked a little bit more like that. Like, the Ananta are fine. And they're also fine. Know what I'm saying? But, like, I like the hooded cobra look. I think they're the same model, just colored different. They've also got different arms. It is the same model. They have the same animations. But they've got, like, the cobra hoods, and they've got different arms. In addition to the coloring. God, I should watch Honor Among Thieves again. I really like... There was a time after that movie came out where all I could think of is, I want to watch this movie again. And then there was a period of time before, like, it hit digital storefronts, but it hadn't come out on physical media yet, and I was just like, I really want to watch this movie again. And then it finally came out on Blu-ray, and now every so often I'm just like, I should really watch that movie again. I just really like it. It's so fun. I hope they get to make a sequel, though I do know that, like, they mentioned how they would need to, like, do a very pared down version of it, because the movie didn't do, like, it did well. It didn't, like, do gangbusters in theaters. And then I think they also mentioned how they were going to have, like, a show on Paramount Plus, I think. The orb is beginning to try my patience. The Alagans did not respect life. Brilliant as they were, I cannot bring myself to respect them. The area teems with chimerical creatures. Be on your guard. Yeah, I'm doing good, don't worry. Blip. Unable to activate matter conduit. Energy shortage detected. Identifying cows. Cows identified. Unauthorized siphoning of energy by chimerical creatures. Locations, the recombination labs and the biomass incubation complex. Cows identified. Time is short. Let us split up and eliminate the culprits. Igeld, pray dispatch the creatures at the recombination labs. The rest of us shall sweep the incubation complex. Take care and return hither when you are done. Oh, okay. Bye, everybody. Hazel. Shall we? Oh god, it's all the way over there? Fuck, man. Alright. But yeah, it's just, I feel like it's that understanding of, like, people realizing all these live play podcasts. It's just like, hey, people really like it when you have, like, a good thread of both comedy and drama that, like, really hammers home how good Honor Among Thieves actually is, in my eyes. Because it's just, like, it's a very funny movie. Like, it's a very fun, very good movie with a lot of good jokes, but then, like, you've got, like, that emotional core to it that I feel like if you didn't have that, the movie wouldn't be nearly as good. Oh, bitch. Like, just, I have never stopped thinking about Edgin's speech about failure at, like, the midpoint of the movie and how fucking good it is. We must never stop failing because the moment we do, we've failed. It's just like, something about that just struck me at a very, like, core level, you know? And I think there is a piece of writing advice that I remember reading once that I always struggle to explain it, but I can always think of, like, good examples of it. And it's the idea of your world doesn't have to take it, your story doesn't have to take itself seriously, but the characters within it do. And I think Honor Among Thieves is a really good example of that. Hey, how'd everybody do? Alphino has come far. Master Louis Soir would be proud. While facing the chimerical creatures, I had a moment of inspiration. I feel I have attained a better affinity with arcane entities. Machines are not meant to be not to be trusted, least of all those that can think. Blip. Energy restored to the conduit. Please wait a moment while I activate it. Yeah, take your time. Alright. Conduit activated. You may travel to the Gamma Quadrant at your leisure. Whoa, rocks. Whoa, rocks. Okay, cool. Ah, beans. Is Regula here? I want to kick his ass. I need that man on a skewer. Anyway. So the Garleans managed to land. Repairs on their vessel appear to be well underway. I doubt that they will leave anytime soon, however. Nay, they will remain here long after they have stripped the isle of all its secrets. Whether or not they mean to linger, their presence here now is an unwelcome complication. Regula's not that bad, all things considered. Nah, fuck him. Indeed. Let us avoid confrontations unless absolutely needful. They look up and Aigale's just running at them all with their sword drawn. He's like, ah, well, guess it's needed. Hello? Hello? Yeah?
I've been told that I'm allowed to tell you.
Okay.
So we're fostering a dog right now.
Well, that's true, we are.
Trying to see if she'll be a good fit with our kitties and all that. So we're getting to know her and everything.
Yeah.
So we don't know everything that she can do, but everything that she knows and all the stuff.
The build up here is very concerning.
Nobody's hurt.
Okay. But what have we found out?
Juno, we have a kitchen with a certain layout design in the middle.
Yeah.
Juno knows now that sometimes there are yummy things in the middle of the island.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to have ribeyes tonight.
Did Juno eat the ribeyes?
She ate most of the ribeyes.
Oh my god.
They're all raw, half frozen. Like, Ixal was gonna wait for them to thaw out still. Like, he was gonna put them back under running water. But as he was taking them apart, he was like, okay, the steaks are still frozen. Let me go tell Natalie so we can figure out what to do for dinner, or if, like, we should wait. They're kind of tearing. He came up here, he's like, what do you want me to do? I was like, do whatever you want. He's like, okay. And in those 2 minutes while he was up here, Juno was downstairs scarfing down frozen ribeyes. So if she is suspiciously quiet, it's because she was a very bad girl for doing that. But now we need to order dinner. There's nothing else thought.
Well, have fun with that. What do you want to do for dinner?
Something cheap. We just had chicken. We just had burgers.
I suppose we could do Taco Bell.
The one upside is we did not pay for the ribeyes ourselves. The positive and negative is we did not pay for the ribeyes ourselves.
But now we need to pay for takeout.
We do have to pay for the ribeyes.
Okay.
For everybody's credit, she's never done that before. Had no idea that she was capable of doing that. And not had a dog in his house.
Take this around to everybody.
There's a small amount of
A small amount, yes.
chapel donates the money for our dinner tonight.
Does anybody want to donate to help us with Taco Bell because the dog we're fostering ate all our ribeyes?
Not all of them, but enough.
Most of our ribeyes? Guidance node. Close encounters of the sixth kind. Warning. I don't know if I've got... How much is Taco Bell? I'll let you know in a bit. Once I hear back. She's a precious little thing. Kinda noisy at times. But goddamn. I don't know if I got it in me to do voices right now. I'm gonna have to just like read through this like normal voice for a little bit. Warning, intruders detected in force in this quadrant. It is recommended that you avoid confrontation where possible. Be kindly reminded that in accordance with the terms and conditions of use, you and your party assume all risks of damages or injury, including death, that you may sustain in the course of guidance. Please follow me to the next matter conduit. It leads to the Delta Quadrant, where the facility's greatest achievement is located. Yeah, nobody here's gonna bother me, thankfully. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I'm not supposed to be doing this way. Hey guys. 6th Legion has long been the favorite of Emperor Varus. It is the iron fist with which he crushes uprisings. What about the 14th Legion? Do you think other legions are jealous when, like, the Emperor really likes one legion in particular? These soldiers bear the sigil of the 6th Legion, ordinarily deployed within Ilsabard. They are certainly a long way from home. Well, we know that Varus is here. Wait, something is afoot. Oh, yeah? Why not a hand? Ba 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 ba. Man, fuck this guy. Is this voiced?
Our
Oh, thank God.
objective lies at the heart of the Isle. The third will remain to guard the ship, while the second patrols the perimeter and eliminates any threats. The first will come with me to secure the research facility.
I just want to, like, pick him up by his horns like a handle and just, like, slam him into things.
Let no man doubt the import of our mission. The Allagans found a means to capture icons alive, and their knowledge lies hid upon this isle. If we can but acquire it, we would be able to prevent the beings from returning to plague us, thus ending the cycle of rebirth. I need not remind you that success will raise our legion high in the Emperor's regard.
Aren't you already the favored legion?
By the same token, his radiance does not tolerate failure. That is all. All troops, prepare for deployment.
But yes, our dog's name is... The dog we're fostering's name is Juno. She's cute. She's a cross between a husky and like an Australian shepherd dog or something. If I recall correctly.
So that is their purpose.
Yeah.
To think that the knowledge used to bind no less a being than Bahamut sleeps here.
Imprisoning a primal in such a manner would represent an effective means to halt the cycle of summoning, were it not for the grave and obvious risks.
Which, of course, they don't care about.
Indeed.
Ah, God.
Need but refer to past experience.
Thank you for the
thus
donation.
Bahamut's calamitous return to see why this is not the solution we seek.
Held in duress, a primal will continue to nurse its hatred for mankind. And when it inevitably breaks free, its rage will be beyond quelling.
Very guilty.
I don't know if that makes me feel better, necessarily. Like, I'm not mad at Juno, because Juno's just doing what dog do.
Yeah.
But I'm also just like...
Juno.
Okay. Is this everybody's order so far?
Yeah, the 4 things in the bag is everybody's stuff.
Okay, what about,
This, I already added that, I think.
What about, Austin?
That's his.
Oh, okay.
Put together something for him.
Oh, I'm not... Hold on.
Yeah, he usually gets like a chicken chalupa and...
Right, I wasn't looking at the bag, I was looking at his order. Okay. Alright, Cal, thank you... But yeah, Cal, thank you for the $40 donation.
Oh, thank you, Cal. Buppy will thank you.
Oopie daub.
She is precious, and Gage will post a picture of her on his Twitter later as to show the criminal. Oh my god. At least with the kitties, they never did that. They would just lick or stick their feet in our pizza and stuff. Miss Minnie cheesy feet. Thank you, Gage. And thank you, Cal.
Okay, what do I want? I think I want a burrito. I'm really upset. They had like that one like cheesy potato burrito, or that it was like a potato bacon burrito. That I remember having that and it just being like divine. But I'll get a grilled cheese burrito. No sour cream though. And, Cinnabon Delights. He's better than Xenos and what's his name from the Werlet story? 2 extremely low bars. Ah, yes. Garlemald. A nation of low bars. Potato is good on burritos, but I need protein. That's what the bacon's for.
Put that for pickle, right?
I haven't ordered it yet.
Okay, pickle.
Pick up.
Big sandwich you're gonna get.
Okay.
It's Taco Bell with fucking every single time.
Okay. I'm not ordering anything that needs sauce, so if they want sauce, they'll just need to make sure to ask for it at the window. Pick up. There we go. Oh, I hope that doesn't change. Nope. Okay, cool.
Can you send a screenshot of the order to
Yeah. 1 second. Breakfast burrito from Whataburger. Maybe, but it had like I don't remember exactly what was on it. I just remember I got it. God, what was I doing at the time? That was a content update day, I remember. So I think I had done... Oh, God. What was it? I want to say it was like 6.45. Because I was doing the Alo Alo Island with some folks from the co-host FF14 server. And I could not stop fucking talking about how good the goddamn burrito was. Okay, our latest examples so far are Xenos, Gaius, Regula, Creepy McChild Abuse, Gabranth? The Donkhead from Endwalker. Who am I missing? Regula's like in the top 3 on that list. Who the fuck is Gabranth? That doesn't sound like a real person. Bozya. Oh. I haven't played for far enough into Bozja to know who that is, unfortunately. I need to do more Bozja. I also need to do more fucking Eureka.
Whatever folly the Garleans mean to commit, they can wait. We must remain focused on our task.
I need someone to carry me through Bozja and Eureka is the problem.
Yes, of course. It would not be polite to keep the Archbishop waiting.
Okay. Alright. Let us away, Hazel. Unfortunately, he appears on screen very briefly, but his legacy is all the weird, horrific monstrosities in Bozja, all the magical atrocities in Bozja, successfully gaslighting most of the population. Dope! Cool! I feel like, does he appear at, like, the end? Is he the guy that, like, appears at the end of, fucking... Oh, God, what's it called? Why can't I remember? The Alliance raids in, Stormblood. That one. He appears in that. He appears at the end of it. Because you have to do all those in order to unlock Bozja. Yes, actually. Yeah. I know that guy. I don't remember shit nor fuck about him. Or anything that he did. Oh god, this one's weird. I hate these fucking islands. Fun fact, he appears in Check's Notes, Final Fantasy XII. Who would have thought? The guy who appears at the end of the Final Fantasy XII reference Alliance raid appears in Final Fantasy XII. Incredible. I'm sorry, I'm being a jackass. Oh, guidance notes stinky.
Blip, that you have survived to this point is in defiance of possibility, but it appears the danger is not yet past. Blip bloop warning, intruders approaching. Please eliminate them if you wish to proceed. Aww.
Are we done? Oh. Are we done? Oh, for God's sake. Are we done? Anyway, he's like rank 2 or 3 because on one hand he lets the people he oppresses continue their religious and magical practices and is only loosely affiliated with the rest of the Empire, but he also lets them all commit a metric shit ton of war crimes. See, the sense I'm getting here is that none of them are really any good. Gaius is only alright because Gaius was finally just like, hey, this was maybe bad, everything I did. It's too bad I didn't realize everything I did was bad before my kids decided to all throw themselves to their deaths.
My men's silence.
It's almost like the only good fascist is an ex-fascist.
We meet again. And this time, we will not be interrupted.
I'm gonna tear you open like a tin can, buddy.
Come! Show me your power, champions of Eorzea!
Hey, don't run away from me. Oh. Why is he standing in front of his own Terminus Est. There we go. Let us aid you, Lord Red Hydrus. Not with toy soldiers to knock down. Leave the rank and file to us. What rank and file? Oh, they're going over there. Obsidian Carbuncle. Alpha, no, I feel like you're just making things up at this point. An Obsidian Carbuncle isn't a real thing. Out of here. Man, stop with the fucking fire. Get out of here. Oh, hold up. Here we go. That was the wrong button. That's fine. Get out of here. Gone. Nudge these just a little bit further. They're making me kind of nervous. I should be fine right here, I think. Yeah, see? No problem.
I had heard the tales of your strength, warrior of light, and now that I have experienced it firsthand, Van Baelsar's defeat seems less inexplicable.
I don't know if I should feel a little insulted that you thought it was inexplicable to begin with.
You are a formidable foe.
Thank
and
you.
I have thoroughly enjoyed
Also, I
our
hate
time
you.
together. Alas, all good things must come to an end. Allagan's secrets await, and there is no profit to be had in remaining here.
I could take him in a fight.
Keep them occupied.
Hey, why didn't that have like your weird vocal filter? Only in a fight? Yes, only in a fight.
Coward.
It would seem we have no choice.
You must continue on. We will hold them here.
What?
Take the eye. It should still hold enough energy to be of use to you. I shall join you as soon as I am able.
Yeah, alright. I could help. Like, I'm super strong.
Enough talk! Make haste and stop the Archbishop!
Uh-huh. Ball, help me! Meow. Don't worry, iGuild, you'll see them again. They have to show up for the duty support. At least I think they do. Wait, what's all this then? Ball, where are we?
Blip, welcome to the
Delta
Quadrant, where methods are developed for mastering
dragons.
To this day, the sector is home to live specimens brought over from the southern continent of
Mericidia.
Truly a testament to the greatness of the Alagan Empire.
Fetters of Lament. The guidance note has ill tidings to share with you. Oh, great.
Blip, I regret to inform you that the matter conduit leading to the flagship is no longer functioning. According to my records, it was destroyed by a
dragon,
which broke free of its restraints when they failed approximately 2,003... When they failed approximately
2,369 nice
years.
1 month. Oh, shit. Hold on.
24 days,
7
hours, and
4
minutes ago. Please find an alternate route to the
Etherochemical Research Facility.
The
Alagan Research Council
apologizes for any inconvenience caused.
Oh. Cool. Hey, little man.
So, thy journey hath led thee to this accursed place. Canst thou hear it, mortal? The ceaseless keening of my kindred, steeped in 5,000 years of suffering. Long before the Ishgardians and their base betrayal, there lived still more wicked men whose ambitions knew no bounds. Fearful of our might and covetous of our power, they devised a means to enslave dragonkind. Their vile misdeeds did set in motion a train of events whose repercussions are felt to this day. Beyond thou wilt find one of my first brood. Hark thou unto her words, partake thou of her pain. Think thou upon the suffering that the conflict betwixt our kinds hath begot.
Sure thing, little man. Hazel, shall we? This way. Whoop! No flying, only walk. AZYS Law, unfortunately, kind of has the same issue that I have with a lot of areas in Heavensward, where it's just like, the bulk of it is very, like, muted tones. You know? Like, you got the crystals, you got, like, the Alagon, like, Tron lights and everything, but, like, and mostly you've just got, like, these kind of areas. The sky doesn't help, either. Think we can take him? Oh. Yeah, we 100% could take him. Let's go! Ah, a dragon. Oh, hey, there's someone else here. The best zone in Heavensward is still Dravanian Forelands, but also Sea of Clouds for visuals. A great worm is being held in some manner of restraint. Excuse me. Great worm. Hello. Who cometh to this forsaken place and disturbeth my solitude? Hi, my name is Miguel. Tiamat, my child. Father, can it truly be you? None other. My form is such that I may journey with Heidelin's chosen. A mortal who desireth to end the war between man and dragon. It's pretty good. I feel like Betwixt would have felt a little bit better, a little bit more, you know, Old Englishy. That's just me, though. Hey, girl, hey. Canst thou believeth this shit, my daughter? Millennia have passed since I was brought low by the men of Alag. To think that war rageth still between our kinds. Hearken to my tale, child of man. I am Tiamat, of Midgard Sorma's first brood. In a time before time, my father did come to this star, bearing 7 eggs. Damn, Midgard Sormer, you lay those yourself? Midgard Sormer, did you lay this egg?
These eggs did my children hatch. And once they were full grown, they took wing and spread across all the lands of Heidelin.
I'm gonna be real, I forgot that you spoke English. Together with my brood brother Bahamut, I journeyed south to Merisit. New games unleashed on Game Pass. Resident Evil 3 and A Little to the Left have been let loose. You can play Resident Evil 3. I already have Resident Evil 3, like, on disc, so I mean. I journeyed south to Mericidia, and together we brought forth innumerable children into the world. And together we got busy. It's a whole family of supers. Oh, this is just too good. We abided in peace, and all was well. Till the fucking men of Alec came some 5,000 years since, slaughtered my children in droves, and took from me my beloved Bahamut. Like, what the fuck? Who does that? Fucking bullshit. 'Twas then, when I had fallen into the depths of despair, that black-robed men came unto me, the AZYS. Fucked up if true. Excuse me. They offered to resurrect Bahamut through their dark arts, and I, in my grief, accepted. A decision which I shall regret unto my dying breath. For what they brought back was a mockery of my beloved. Worse, the AZYS gifted his murderers the means to entrap him. Know this. Know this, child of man. The beings thy kind call gods are but specters of thy mind's creation, given form at great cost to Hydaelyn. Pushes glasses up my face. Well, actually... It's fine, that's years away. Many such beings yet slumber across the land, brought to heel by the selfsame empire that bound me. They must not be released into the world. If thou wouldst end the conflict, vanquish thee the AZYS, and deliver the weak of will from the bonds of their dark influence. Girl, I'm trying. It hath been 5,000 years, my child. Will thou not forgive thyself? The release of death is denied me here, yet I desire not freedom. Nay, Father, I shall live with my regret until the world itself hath ceased to be. Such is my punishment for consorting with darkness, for calling forth a loathsome and lamentable creature which blackeneth my beloved's memory. Ooh, heartburn. Just kidding, I've restored the last of my Jolly Ranchers. Da 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 da. Oh damn, that looks better than before.
Warrior of light, beloved daughter.
Hey girl, hey.
The light abideth within thy heart again. Full valiantly didst thou overcome thy many trials.
Yeah, I did really good.
But glory not in thy success.
Oh, alright.
For the servants of darkness are ever close at hand.
When aren't they, honestly?
Receive of me my blessing once more. And go forth to shine thy light on all creation.
Also, tell Midgard-Sormer to stop fucking removing the blessing of light from people. I'm so sick of him doing that.
Thou hast broken down the wall I built around thee, and partaken of thy mistress's blessing once more.
Yeah, man. Oh, I could probably...
Strong art thou, mortal. Stronger than any other of thy kind.
Yeah, I'm like super cool.
Having looked upon thy deeds, I am convinced thou art worthy to bear her light.
I'm so happy that I could prove myself to you.
The Covenant bound me to thee, but 'twould seem our fates were mingled from the first. Though I will not fight thy battles, I will yet lend thee my wings.
Cool. You basically caused Moonbrita to die, so I don't know if I'm fully gonna forgive you for the bullshit you pulled, but... Huh? Okay, this is a good start.
Come, mortal. We go to cast out the darkness.
The darkness. It's Fat Fuck for Thursday. See you later, TMI. You can now ride Midgard-Sormer. Yeah? Hold on. Okay. Where are we going? Ah. You can now ride Midgard-Sormer in the open world map, right? Really? Just out here in public? Get out of here, you. Heaven's word! Let's fucking go! Okay, Gage, important iGuild lore question. Shoot.
Blip. Welcome to the
Flagship.
Mistress Igeld. You are almost at your destination.
Did Midgard-Sormer, like, notice? Yes. Midgard-Sormer knew from, like, minute 1. All of the dragons do.
Blip bloop. Warning. Intruders detected in the vicinity. Please eliminate them if you wish to proceed.
But yes, absolutely. Midgard-Sormer knew that Igeld was originally a fire drake. 100%. Like, without question. Like, one of the, like, points of conflict between Igeld and Nidhogg is that Nidhogg constantly refers to Igeld as whelpling, and occasionally as a whelpling playing at being a man. which, as you can probably guess, she's not super crazy about that. A lot of Aigild's personal story up through the end of Shadowbringers is about kind of coming to terms with her identity. Heavensward is kind of this, like, downward emotional spiral for her, where she sort of, like, reaches her darkest point at the end of the story. Stormblood has a lot to do with her wondering if... Because, like, Aigild doesn't remember a lot about what she did prior to the initial Fantasia that turned her into a male Aura. But she knows that her transformation into a person with self-awareness came at the expense of an innocent person's life. And she often wonders if she's worthy of any kind of redemption for that. And this is where she ends up kind of... A lot of Stormblood is very impersonal to her. Until you get to the patches, and then she starts seeing, like she starts seeing it when she's going through everything with Doma. Parallels between, like, herself and Yotsuyu, and what Yotsuyu goes through in the patches. And then Shadowbringers is kind of all about her recognizing herself as a person. It's hard to explain without getting into the weeds of, like, spoilers and stuff like that. But it's like Heavensward is all about, like, her, and it's sort of an emotional spiral for her, and, like, the ultimate, like, catharsis of that. And then how to put this? An important part of Aigild's journey is the story of the Dark Knight side quests, or the Dark Knight quests, where it's kind of... So, Aigild has an emotional spiral starting from, I think, the vault... Or no, starting from the meeting with Midgard Sormer, or with... Not with Midgard Sormer. The meeting with Hraesvelgr. All the way through to the upcoming fight with Thornton. And gets to a point where she doesn't see herself as being anything better than a beast. The beast she's been trying to pretend she isn't for so long. And then defeating Nidhogg is supposed to be, like, her ultimate, like, not necessarily rejection of that, but her ultimate kind of, like... Oh, hello. I'm talking about Aigild lore. Yeah. Her defeating Nidhogg is supposed to be, like, this sort of ultimate, not rejection. It's not a rejection of who she was, but it's more of a... Because she hasn't come to terms with it yet, but she's not rejecting it. It's a milestone. It's more of a emphasis on her new self, more than anything. Like, it's recognizing that she is the warrior of light, the gentlewoman adventurer, Aigild Shork. which she punctuates by punching Nidhogg in his big dumb face. And then from there, it's the Dark Knight quest line. That's after that, where Eigild kind of overdoes it with regards to kind of like emphasizing her new self with sort of like a subconscious rejection of her former self, of sort of like the beast part of herself. And that's where her version of Frey comes in. Her version of Frey, of Esteem, whoever you want to call it, where it's not just necessary, it's this self-love, but it's also this love of the self she's subconsciously rejecting. It's acceptance of her beastly nature, like loving all parts of herself, even the parts that she at that point loved, the subhuman self. Yeah, basically. And then Stormblood, like I said, is mostly impersonal, but that's just kind of like because of the kind of narrative Stormblood is, until you get to the Yotsuyu stuff, where now it's kind of like seeing these parallels between herself and Yotsuyu and wondering, like, you know, even ignoring the context of all of the people she's had to cut down over time, in order to realize her current self, an innocent person had to die by her hand. And it's a question of whether or not she can accept that. And the thing with Yotsuyu really gets to her because it's sort of like, it's this idea of, like, not to get too far into the weeds with the Yotsuyu stuff before we get there, but it's this idea of, like, how tenuous and how fragile is acceptance of a person who has done bad things in the past. How quick are people to immediately think, like, we never should have trusted them in the first place. That sort of thing. And how easy is it for somebody who has done that sort of thing to slip right back into that? And Eigild having to wrestle with those questions within herself. And then Shadowbringers is all about Eigild accepting that she's always been somebody. Without getting, and again, without getting into the weeds of, like, Shadowbringers, like, lore and spoilers, it's this ultimate catharsis for Eigild, where she's been wrestling with these identity issues for, at that point, months of, like, canonical in-game story time. Because I tend to think, like, yeah, this probably takes place within a year or so. In part just because, like, I do like the idea of, like, all this stuff being, like, months and months and months, and then Endwalker is just, like, the wildest week of Eigild's life. But it's just this months and months and months of wrestling with, does she deserve to call herself a person? Does she deserve redemption despite the fact that an innocent had to die for her to realize herself as she is? And realizing, finally, at the end of Shadowbringers, I've always been somebody. There has never been a time where I wasn't me, essentially. I've been wrestling, and her being like, I've been wrestling with these questions. I've always been this. I've always been this. I'm me. I've always been me. I have always been someone. And just that ultimate catharsis. And then, Endwalker's all about existential crises. So, there you go. Let's kill some intruders.
Blip. Area secured. Lifting access restriction to the
Aetherochemical Research Facility.
restriction lifted. You may enter the facility at your leisure. Ending guidance. Blip. Unknown energy source detected within the
Aetherochemical Research Facility.
Please exercise caution.
Okay, but who didn't have an existential crisis during Endwalker? Delina ain't even a wool.
I am pleased to have been of service to you, Mistress Eigeld. Please send my regards to Master Wedge. Deactivating. Bloop.
Good night, sweet ball, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest. I gotta eat this fucking burrito before we dive into this, because this is gonna be a whole fucking shit show that we're gonna be throwing ourselves into. I think the most fun stuff with regards to constructing lore for Eigeld and honestly, one of my favorite parts of like the writing process in general is coming up with one thing and then later on coming up with something else and then like looking at those two things side by side and realizing, oh shit, there's a connection there. And, like, there's big ways and little ways that happens. Like, I've talked about it before. Eigeld was a fire drake that was living in the ruins outside the sunken temple of Karn. Which, if you're, you know, up to snuff on your Final Fantasy XIV lore, was a temple within the lost city of Sildi. And then, when I was playing through a later variant dungeon where you explore the ruins of Sildi, you actually find a family of oversized fire drakes living underground. And I'm just like, okay, I can do something with this. Just like the stuff that happens completely by accident is a lot of fun. You know? Or like when you have like one detail that then like spins a here's the thing. Eigeld's entire personality spun out of my excitement to get Gunbreaker. I got Gunbreaker and I was just like, I have a sword with a gun on it and sheer force of will, and that's all I'll ever need. And that is where Eigeld's entire personality spun out of. I love Eigeld. Eigeld's great, and I'm happy to have made her. You do not know how to operate the terminal. She does not know how to use computers at this point yet, but she'll learn. She'll learn. Oh, you don't do this with Alphino, Y'shtola, and Estinian. That makes sense. That makes sense, because Estinian has to show up later at the end of the boss fight. But hey, we have our Scion buddies. Alright, Aetherochemical Research Facility, let's go. I'm probably finishing this burrito. Hold on. Everyone has such pointy hats. Wish I could have a pointy hat. Alas, Igale won't get a pointy hat until at least Endwalker patch content. Excuse me. Alright, where are we going? We're going this way. With me, my friends. Oh, shit. Hey, guys. There's something very fun about the fact that the same generic NPCs that you get from some of the earlier dungeons, like, follow and level up with you in all of the dungeons where you can't otherwise have, like, a named NPC present. Like, you get to see them grow along with you. And that's just neat. I didn't even see this one. Hold on. Ah. These guys are kind of punks. BRB, but it's neat. Like I go. This is true.
I will crush you underfoot.
Ah, regular. Die.
In the name of the Emperor. There is nowhere to run.
Why am I not? Oh, here we go. Oh, don't deploy turrets. Don't do that. That's so unfair. I don't have turrets to deploy.
In the name of the Emperor!
In the name of the Emperor! Ooh. Yeah. My nose is running.
In the name of the Emperor!
But we will meet again. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately. I forgot that the Etherochemical Research Facility is a little bit like, the last couple dungeons in Realm Reborn where it doesn't have, like, rewards for bosses? Ah! Biomass! Oh yeah, this is like the place to get tombstones if you need them. Why did I just use... I wasn't looking at the screen and I accidentally used Living Dead! Whoopsie daisy. Thank goodness that isn't as much of a death sentence as it used to be. Hello? Bioculture node. This is a lot of dudes. I'm gonna be real, this is an inordinate amount of dudes. One could go so far as to call this Dude City, USA. Alright. Dude City, USA city limits. You are now leaving Dude City, USA. Biohazard. I thought that said Reploid, and I was just like Mega Man? This is like Dude Township, USA. It's still not quite Dude City. Whew. Give me this other fucking Cinnabon delight. Ah, delicious. My hands are covered in little cinnamon sugar crystals, though, which is not ideal. Ah! What the? Oh, target out of range. Oh, it changed form and then it got farther away from me as a result. That's some bullshit. Oh, well, now I'm just way too close. Ballistic missile. I too wish to be a shape-shifting robot. Who does it in this day and age, honestly? I board the auto lift. I'm always saying this. I'm always boarding the auto lift. What? Oh, shit. Are we there yet? Oh. Oh. We are. Da, 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 wham, wham. Wow, God. Jesus fuck. Whoa. Test tubes. Ooh, funny Anubai. Thanks for inventing hot furries, Alagons. Oh, wait, guys, oh. Oh! Don't do that. Hello? Oh. Okay, everyone's focusing on this one, so I guess I'll focus on it too. blah, 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 blah. Everybody on the left? Hey, Nat, come. You guys, you gotta get on the left. Fine, I'll see you down there. I don't know why I'm doing a Christopher Walken voice. I think it's because there was that commercial during the Super Bowl with Christopher Walken in it. Now I'm just thinking about Christopher Walken. Do I own any movies with Christopher Walken in them, now that I'm thinking about it? Huh?
The champion of Heidelin.
Oh, this place is pulsating. Why are you guys hanging out in a flesh dome?
Why do you despise the primals so? They are the embodiment of mortal will, of mortal desire. Plainly, you desire a foe to despise, and 'tis well that you do, for it is from the vortex of ceaseless conflict that Lord Zodiac shall be reborn.
Through the joining, the world shall become whole again. Then all shall be as once it was, as it should ever have remained.
Hey, Igor, why don't you ask La Habrea what happened to his last girl?
For the glory of Lord Zodiac.
Your meddling ends here and now, warrior of light.
I don't know. I have plans to do a lot more meddling in the future. I meddle. I'm a meddler. I haven't actually watched Spectacular Spider-Man. I've heard it's good. It's, you know, haven't watched it myself. Hey, who are we focusing, actually? Are we focusing Iggy Should I be focusing Iggy Oh.
Darkness shall consume light.
Seems like everyone's super mad at Iggy in particular. Everyone is mad at Iggy. She fucked up the void. Way to go, Iggy Oh, how do these work again? Oh, right. Wait, are we focusing on La Habrea now? What are you guys working on? Nope, we're still working on Iggy Alright. I don't know about that. It's not like I don't have any interest in Spectacular Spider-Man, it's just... My go-to Spider-Man cartoon was always the 90s one.
It defies all reason.
No, it doesn't. I'm just super buff and cool.
No, I will not be bested by the likes of them. La Habrea, it is time.
Very well. Let us show these mortals the true power of the Echo. The power to break down the barriers of existence.
I don't think that's true. Oh, hello. Oh.
I am become you.
Here you go.
And we are become one.
No. I have to fight him. It's part of the stream. I gotta fight him first. All right. Thank you, JB. Alright, yeah, that's pretty good. I don't want to do that. Hiya! Ascian Prime is pretty good. Oh. Why did I use Salvador? Oh well, whatever. I'm gonna hang out with you guys real quick. Wow! Not even the laws of creation can withstand the tides of chaos. Wow. I don't know what that was. Oh, okay. Hey, remember when the other Ascians all had cool transformations? Yeah. Big laser. Stubborn mortals. Very well, we will show our true strength. I don't like that. I don't like the spear. I don't like it. Fucking spear out of here. You think you can just conjure a spear in my presence? I think not, my friends. This is an anti-spear stream. What the fuck was that noise? Someone just knocked something over, and I don't know what it is, and I can't stop to check. I'll walk. Uh-oh. I'm gonna keep hitting this thing. You guys do your thing. Even without the Blessing of Light, how is this possible? You seem to be a little out of the loop with recent events there, La Habrea / Igayorm. Anyway, bye-bye. I did it. Brow furrow. How we feeling about that, troop? How we feeling about our work here? We do a good job? Everyone do a good job? Cool. I'm gonna leave. Oh, hey again. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man and woman? Oh, okay. You guys aren't going to cause any more trouble, are you?
That she might regain the blessing of light I had foreseen.
Yeah.
But she has grown so strong in it as to deny us our power.
Yeah.
Let us withdraw, La Habrea. That power remains to us, at least.
Those who live and run away live to fight another day. Oracite, I choose you! Let me just real quick. Laser beam. Alas, poor Igayorm. We barely knew her. Eternally dunked on.
So, you harnessed the eye's power. A pity you spent it all. What will you do now, hero?
I don't know, I've kicked your ass how many times now? I'm sure I could manage it again. Ew.
So, not even the vaunted warrior of light can unmake an Ascian without relying upon mortal contrivances.
Oh, that's the last voice I want to hear right now. We still barely knew her. It's been 3 expansions. Oh, you saved me the trouble of coming to find you guys. I'm glad.
In the distant past, King Thordan and his knights 12 fought and defeated Nidhogg. Though the victory cost them dear, they were rewarded with a great prize, the dread worm's eyes, both of which have since been held in the Holy Sea's safekeeping. The eye you possess was Nidhogg's left. and long has it served as a source of the Azure Dragoon's might. As for its twin,
Yeah.
it has lain here, joined to the person of Haldreth.
That is one
the first
gray
Azure
man.
Dragoon. For though he learned to harness its power, he was ultimately consumed by it. Even in death, his body decays not. A pitiful end for a fabled hero.
I don't know, I think that's pretty cool.
My Ascian friend, long have you and your kind sown the seeds of chaos by teaching mortals the secrets of summoning. But if you assumed that we would meekly serve as your pawns, then you are gravely mistaken.
You would raise a hand against us.
I would raise several.
By taking unto my flesh the soul of the legendary King Thordan, I can become a god!
Wow, you have the world's dumbest hat.
Not cessation, whose being is sustained by a millennium of fervent prayer, and the eye's nigh bottomless reservoir of ether.
I like that Aigale's just standing there, just like, what the fuck is happening right now? You think the cross symbolism means that Jesus of Nazareth is canon to the Final Fantasy XIV universe? Yeah, but he was a Makote.
What? Your contempt for man has proven your undoing, Ascian. For my first act as God King, I do hereby sentence you to die!
Did you say to die, or did you say like today with an Australian accent and oh.
Gods feed upon ether. It matters not what form that ether takes. Ascian souls are no exception. With this power, I shall put an end to 1,000 years of conflict.
I forgot that that's what happens to him, but like this doesn't necessarily kill him, right?
Wheresoever the seeds of chaos threaten to quicken, I shall excise them with my divine blade and bring order to the world.
Think about what else happens to the eyes.
I have become that which you abhor, warrior of light. If you would take issue with my godhood, I shall answer you with my blade.
I think how many spoilers I should mention in these streams because of VOD replays. I guess it really kind of depends on, like, do the eyes function like, Orosite? Because if that's true, then, like, you need two things to kill an Ascian. You need something to hold their, like, intangible being, which is what the Orosite is for. And then you need, like, essentially a weapon forged of light, like some sort of, like, very strong, like, concentration of ether in order to then destroy them. Like, you can't just, like, I'm thinking about what happens to the eyes, but it's just like, that's not enough, right? Right? Being fuel for a certain other dragon. Yeah, but that, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Anyways, let's continue. So a bitch gets processed. Pureed La Habrea. I guess what I'm saying is that this isn't like a for sure thing that La Habrea is dead. Anyways, we can blow through this really quickly. Just pop on unrestricted party. Boop. Oh, hold up. Boop. Say hello to black and red slime. So I want to go ahead to well, let's give this cutscene some time to play out here. We know maybe like 3 of these guys. Generously speaking.
Brothers, the time has come to call upon the true power of the Heavens Ward.
Fight me if you will, warrior of light.
I will.
I care not. All who stand against me will be destroyed, be they servants of the darkness or the light.
Citation needed.
By my blessing shall all men be sanctified, and an endless era of peace begin. Vice and conflict shall cease to be.
This fight really needs a readdressing because it does not scale well at all.
Yet what have you to offer my people in its stead? Bitter truth? Virtuous suffering? No matter. If you believe your cause just, I call upon you to defend it with your life.
So real quick before we get started, oh, actually, maybe I should wait until after, because this music loud. Yeah, let's kick Thornton's ass. Bazinga! This is really good music. I ain't got time to bleed. Whoa. I maybe should slow down just a bit. I want to show off, like... I should just hit him with auto attacks for a bit here. I don't want to, like, breeze through this, because there's a lot of cool shit that happens in this fight. And if I'm not careful, we're gonna miss all of it. My knights to arms. Is this it? I forget what percentage he has to hit before he starts doing other things. Oh, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Hey, man. Oh. Right here. Hello, sir. Let me introduce you to my friend. His name's Frey. Well, it's a Steam, but, you know, whatever. I had a feeling you two would get along. Make short work of these guys. This fight actually has one of my favorite moments, like, right at the end of it. Look at this guy's dumb hat. Look at this stupid hat. Why do you got a fucking roulette wheel on your head, idiot? Oh, shit. Hold on, I actually need to do something here. Okay. Woo! Oh, yeah? I'd like to see you try. Hey, stop. Stop pushing me. Stop it. Stop it, stop. Anyway, what else you have? And he just starts, like, desperately swinging at you. Like, he is spent. He's got nothing else. This is kind of sad, man. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway. Consider dying. Is this the cool part? Because it is a cool part. I've never noticed that. No, the cool part to me is when he just starts desperately swinging at you because you survive his ultimate attack. He has nothing else. Killed all your interns, idiot. Give me the shot.
How can this be? A millennium of prayer and the AZYS power combined, and still you stand. Who? What are you?
So Eigeld actually doesn't respond to that. Because like I said, this entire... everything from meeting with Racevelger onward, up until the end of base Heavensward, is a downward emotional spiral for Eigeld, to the point that she has become completely bloodthirsty by the time she faces off against Thornton and his knights, and she paints the room with them. So she doesn't say anything to Thornton because she's standing there watching him choke on his own blood with a chunk of his throat in her mouth. Anyways, let's leave. Everything's fine now. We won. We did it. There was something else I was going to talk about, and now I've fucking forgotten.
It is over then. I had hoped that mine would be the hand to end it. But knowing you, there was little chance of that.
Uh-huh.
Twould seem the eye has served you well. It's twin. At long last.
That seems like a lot of power to be holding all in one and, like, all by yourself, handsome.
All that remains is to take them beyond the reach of man and dragon both.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hey, Stinian, wait a minute.
My toil shall finally be at an end.
Yeah, about that. Thou hadst done well to resist mine influence, bathed in my power and blood as thou wert. Alas, in thine anticipation of comfort, thou hast lowered thy guard. The keening of my fallen kindred, their smoldering desire for vengeance. Mine eyes have partaken of 1,000 years of pain, a pain which I shall bestow upon thee. Drink deep of my rage, mortal, and become me. Take a fucking sippy. Whoa, hey, man. So that's probably bad. In Eigeld's canon, Nidhogg actually taunts her and then she passes out. Oh, hey, big guy.
Nidhogg, my child, what hath thy fury made of thee? Let us away, servant of Hydaelyn.
Hey guys. Yeah, I'm flying on Midgardstormer. Don't worry about it.
God damn it, do you always have to cut it so bloody close?
Yes, it's part of my charm.
It would seem she has done it again.
Was there ever any doubt? Let us return to Ishgard. Our friends will be eager to learn the battle's outcome, and welcome back their champion.
Hey, why isn't anybody asking what happened to Estinian? Is anybody concerned about the fact that Estinian isn't here? Anyone?
Where is Estinian?
Thank you. Let's not worry about that right now. Happy victory music. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Excuse me. Hey guys, long story. Say hi to Midgardstormer.
I dare say you are the first soul in Ishgardian history to arrive in our city upon Dragonback. This scene shall be remembered for 1,000 years to come.
What a fucking long story.
As we had feared, the Archbishop summoned the soul of King Thordan into himself, and thence became a primal.
But he and his knights are no more, thanks to the Warrior of Light.
Your struggles are not yet over, mortals.
Yeah, we got like 3 more patches of the Dragon Song War to go through.
Whom do I have the pleasure?
So, funny thing about that.
I am Midgardstormer. I have journeyed with Hydaelyn's champion and observed her deeds in the conflict between man and dragon.
Yeah, so he's been hanging out with me this whole time. Don't be mad.
Tell me, children of Thordan, do you desire peace?
Fucking who?
My people have committed unspeakable atrocities against Dragonkind, even against our own. Would that we could undo these wrongs, but we cannot. Be that as it may, the future yet presents a chance to begin anew. Our nation has broken free of the shackles of a false faith, and Nidhogg shall lead his kindred against us no more.
Broken free of the shackles is maybe giving y'all a bit more credit than you.
It require much effort and perseverance. But 'tis my belief that in time, Ishgard will again become a place where man and dragon may abide together in harmony.
And I think the Mughals will help with that somehow.
Remember thy words. Yet be warned, Nidhogg's soul liveth on.
Yeah, so that's actually a much shorter story. So we can kind of run through that real quick here.
Unbridled rage hath claimed for its vessel the one thou callest the Azure Dragoon.
Yeah, what he said.
Estinian.
Yeah, that's the one.
Doubt not, but that Nidhogg will call out to his brood ere long, nor that they shall answer him. Steel yourselves, for the true test is yet to come.
Squeaky.
Come what may, we will never cease to believe. Upon the souls of they who have sacrificed themselves to pave the way for peace, We will never abandon our cause.
Something I realized coming into this stream, I'm so used to Amanalain having voice acting that I completely forgot that for the entirety of base Heavensward, he is not voiced in a single scene until the patches. I forgot that.
1,000-year war cannot be ended in a day.
Why not?
It may take generations. What thou dost begin, thy children must continue.
Okay, that's fair. So make sure to have lots of kids to continue it.
Them thy hopes and dreams, that peace may reign again, and forevermore.
Hey, can I get that, like, knapsack you got? No. Oh, and he's leaving with it. Okay. Hello, Lucas. You're just in time for the Heavensward credits. Gotta have Uematsu's name on here as the person who composed the main theme. It's kind of wild. Does it?
Let all here present attest that Sir Emmerich, acting on behalf of the Archbishop,
'Cause he's dead.
has appended his signature.
Just adding that as a footnote.
I do hereby declare that from this day forth, the Holy See of Ishgard shall once more be counted a member of the Eorzean Alliance.
I can't hear a holy sea without thinking about Berserk.
Let our nations move forward as one and stand united against the Garlean Empire.
It feels weird that, like, cause like Uematsu's done like a total of 2 songs
For the future of
in
Eorzea.
14, hasn't he?
For the future of Eorzea!
A realm reborn. Wait. For the future of Eorzea, we raise our weapons heavensward. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. They should have ended on that. Missed opportunity.
There you are.
Oh, hey, what's up?
A noble monument to a noble soul.
From here, Lord Orshafon can watch over all of Ishgard.
Mountain Dulala.
It has been a long and arduous journey, and we have lost
Sorry?
much and more along the way.
This is a terrible
Yet come what may,
moment to say that.
We must stay true to our purpose and press on.
Hell yeah, man.
That's right, you two. It's high time we got back to rebuilding the Scions.
Yeah, we only got one of our crew
Which means
back.
we're going to need money! And lots of it!
Ah, this is where it starts. I'm trying to remember what I have set up as, like, the next thing to do in this game. for New Game Plus. Because, like, I have a whole... Anyway. Here we go. So after this...
So ends a glorious chapter in their tale. However, tumultuous days yet lie ahead for Ishgard. After 1,000 years under the yoke of the Church, the people take their first tentative steps into the unknown.
I'm sure everything
and though
will be
they
fine.
spy a glimmer of peace upon the horizon, Nidhogg's vengeful shadow yet remains to darken the way.
It'll probably be fine.
Be that as it may, so long as the young commander of the Temple Knights and his heroic companions are there to guide them, the people may hold fast to hope.
Yeah, boy, it would suck if, like,
The
Emmerich
hope
got
that
stabbed
one
or
day
something.
True peace will return to Ishgard, and that man and dragon may live in harmony once more. Let the deeds writ herein never be forgot, that they may inspire generations yet unborn to strive ever heavensward.
Yeah! Currently on a 15-stream streak. Nice! Fuck, keep it going. There we go. Okay. So, that's base game Heavensward. Pretty fucking good. Like, it's a good game. There's a reason this shit is award-winning. You see. Because it's good. It's a good game. So, we're probably going to have a couple more cutscenes to get through, but I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, and co-host at AcidXShark. That's AcidXSHRK. Or you can, where I post all the streams as they happen, or you can follow me on YouTube at AcidXShark, where I post all the streams after they happen. Favorite base story in the game. It's pretty fucking good, honestly. Where are we going from here, you may wonder? We're actually going to be taking a brief break from the MSQ to do some side content. The way that I have it set up, we are going to be doing first the Warring Triad, and then Alexander, and then the Shadow of Mach. And once we finish with all of those, like, detours in the story, let's say, we're going to be coming back for Heavensward Part 3. And then before Part 4, we have a string of side quests to do. Should be fun. Should be fun. I like a lot of the side content in Heavensward. And the Warring Triad stuff is very important for stuff that's going to come much later on. But yeah. God, I'm going to need to start looking at putting together a thumbnail for fucking Stormblood. I'm going to have to get the next Manderville weapon for Red Mage before that, so I can make sure that I have that on hand. But what else do we have? So, art for the stream, VTuber was done by Audrey and B of Team Capital. You can find on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, co-host, and now VGen, as well as Blue Sky, I'm pretty sure, at Team Capital. That's TEAMCATPLE. Fantastic artists. They do great work. Highly recommend checking their stuff out. I think they were streaming tonight, but we've been going for so long that they might be done by the time we finish up. Or maybe they're not. Doesn't look like they are. Chat Blocker was done by Molly, who you can find on Twitter at Ginger is a Spice. That's GINGERISAS. Hold on. GINGERISASPICE. Molly's great. Highly recommend checking out Molly's stuff. Highly recommend commissioning Molly. Do it. For me. Upcoming streams. Tomorrow, we're continuing Callisto Protocol. Are you excited? Are you excited to continue Callisto Protocol? I am. And then on Saturday, we will be doing some more Alan Wake 2. Next Wednesday, still haven't figured out what we're replacing Nier with. If we're returning to Breath of the Wild or if we're going to be doing Splatoon 2. But next Thursday, we'll be starting in on the Warring Triad trial series for Heavensward, which means doing a bunch of non-MSQ quests, which means I'm going to have to voice all of it. Oh boy. Alright. But yeah. So I hope you'll tune in for all that. Let's go ahead. We can skip this now. Yeah, we can skip it. Hey, Elidibus, what are you doing on the moon?
So Lahabrea and Igaeorm have fallen.
It now makes a lot more sense that Elidibus is on the moon.
Bested by mortals in their attempt to initiate the Eighth rejoining. That they should be so complacent. And now it falls to me to deal with the consequences. Without intervention, the balance between light and darkness will begin to shift, placing our mission in jeopardy. Hydaelyn's champion has grown too strong. Her might encroaches upon the realm of gods. Equilibrium must needs be restored. The time has come for you and yours to join the fray.
Hey, who's that?
Warrior of Darkness.
What? What an interesting development. What could it mean? It's going to be a while before we really find out what it means. Meanwhile...
Remind me, why is there no rest for the righteous?
Because they care, Master Garland.
I imagine if you, like, bonk a gobby on their mask, it sounds like the bulbous part of the mask, it sounds like a dodgeball. Hey, what was that noise? That's probably fine, right?
Of all the things they could have picked to play with, that's not a toy, you bloody fools, it's a primal!
That's probably fine. That's one of them naturally occurring giant robots. Spires of deception crumble to dust to lay bare truths long concealed. Beyond simmering shadow lieth shimmering light. Oh. Hi, Staru.
If the Eorzean Alliance can be restored to its former glory, so can the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Let's find our lost friends and begin anew. After long years of estrangement, Ishgard rejoins her sister nations in the Alliance. Words cannot well express my joy. None of this would have been possible without you, my friend. Change is coming to Eorzea, though it will inevitably bring with it a measure of upheaval. With hard work, peace and prosperity are sure to follow. And yet, even as we look forward to the coming of a new age, we must needs be wary of old threats. The lords of Garlemald have not relinquished their claim upon Eorzea, and we shall be forced to contend with them again ere long. And then there is the matter of our comrade Stinian, claimed body and soul by Needhogg. If there is a way to rescue him, we must find it. Suffice it to say, the path ahead holds no shortage of challenges, but together we shall overcome them. You have completed Quest Heavensburn Part 2, exiting New Game Plus mode. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, and I will see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care, everybody.